usually like really early, and I live in the US, right? So I was like, you know what, I was like probably not gonna watch them, but I was like, you know what, I kinda, cause like when I don't watch the practice sessions, I almost feel like I don't get the entire weekend. Does that make sense? Like I don't feel like, because when I don't watch them, I only watch the qualifying and the race. So I was like, you know what, I want this weekend to feel like, I don't know how to explain it, but I watch all practice sessions except for the one before quali, because that one was at 5:30. I cannot do 5:30, guys. So I got my coffee. Sorry, my brother just walked into my room. I told them I was gonna be making a video. I don't know why he would decide to walk in now. Anyways, so because Charles was doing really good in all his practice sessions, and so I was like, oh my, I was getting really excited. And then when quali came, I was like at the edge of my seat, and I'm like, please, Lord, he got pole. And then, oh my God, when he won, I almost cried, you guys. It was so like, sorry, there's like a little fly. When he won, you guys, I literally almost cried. Like I was like, there's no way. I was like, and like, I have F1 TV, so I watch Alex Jakes and like Julian Palmer. I don't know his name, but I know it's Julian, but I watched their commentary just because I think I like it a little bit more than like Rofty, even though I know he's like more iconic, I guess you could say. But their commentary like on Charles's his last lap, I was like, it was so like beautifully done and everything like that. But yeah, I'm so happy for Charles. I'm so happy for him. Like, oh my God, it was such a sweet moment. Like, I don't know, he did. I'm like honestly so proud of him. I'm so excited. Like, I don't know. I was so happy for him, honestly. As you guys know, or maybe you don't know, I keep like an F1 journal, right? Like, it's a like F1 journal, and it's also my like personal journal. So, okay, here's what I'll say about the race, right? For anybody who isn't a Charles fan, this race was boring. Also, I want to mention, this is the first like Charles win that I've ever seen. Does that make sense? Like, so like he's obviously won other races, but this is the first time since I've started watching F1 that I witnessed him win. It was fantastic. Anyways, okay, so the race predictions that I had before. So I did the predictions before quali, right? So I predicted that there would be a red flag, that Charles would get pole, that he would also get podium, and then I also said that Yuki would score. And then these get a little bit more specific. I said that Lewis would end up in the top 6, and then Oscar would get P5. So out of those, I got 4 right and then 2 wrong. So I predicted that red flag. Yes, the Charles pole, the podium, and then Yuki scoring. I'm pretty sure. Okay, Lewis got 7th. He did not end up in the top 6, and then Oscar got P2. He did really well. And then I gave the race a grade, like I give like a race grade after a race, like it was a boring, blah, blah, right? I give it a 10 out of 10. Listen, was the race itself kind of boring? Just a little bit, just a little bit. But Charles won. That's a 10 out of 10 in my book. Like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And then, okay. So, driver of the day was Charles, obviously. Fastest lap was Lewis. And then, let's talk about the first lap, you guys. That was so chaotic. So, I was already nervous because, Charles was starting first. And, like, I was like, please let him keep the first position, like, please. So, we get to, like, I don't even know what corner it was. And, Oscar and Carlos, they make contact. And because of that, if I remember correctly, Carlos gets a puncture in his tires. So then Carlos is like, he's basically out of the race at this point. Like, he's like all the way in the back. But then, what's Chico and Nico all get like into a car like a crash. It was bad, y'all. When I saw Chico's car, I was like, what the fuck? Like, it was really bad. And honestly, look, listen. I know that, I think it was the FIA, I don't know. They said that it was just like a racing incident or whatever. Was it though? I don't know. They say that they give like more leniency for like the first lap because you know it's supposed to be like, you know, whatever. But like, y'all, like, I don't know. I really feel like it was Kevin's fault, and I feel like he should be punished for it. But I guess he's not gonna be punished, so it's whatever. But I was like, what the heck? And then Nico, honestly, I felt so bad for him because like literally, that man, like, honestly, his car didn't have like any damage from what I saw. The only reason that he was out was because like when Chico was like because he hit the barriers really hard. I think like Chico like crashed into his back tires. I think that made Nico spin out, and then Nico was out. And I was like, damn. I felt so bad for Chico because it's like, man, he was already having like a bad weekend, and then not being able to even try and like recover, even though it's like doing a recovery drive in Monaco is extremely hard, but like not even getting a chance to try and like, you know, make your way towards the top of the grid, like that really sucked, you know. And then, oh my god, and then the French baguette, is that what they were calling it on Twitter? So I love Twitter. Like, well, Twitter can be a little crazy sometimes, but Gasly and Ocon, so Esteban and Pierre. Esteban crashed into the back of like Pierre's car, and like Pierre went flying. Well, he didn't go flying, but like he went flying. It was like boom, you know. And people were calling it, I think they were calling it like the French baguette or something, or the French war. Was it the French war? French? So it was something French, right? Because they're both French. And I thought that was crazy too, because I'm like, what the hell? And then when they replayed like Pierre's like radio message, he was pissed, rightfully so, because Esteban, what the hell were you thinking? Like, it's your own teammate, like, bro, you know. And when I woke up this morning, I don't know if it's 100% confirmed, but there are rumors. So the next race is in Canada in like 2 weeks, I think. There are rumors that they're gonna like, sorry, I'm working my fingers. There are rumors that they're not gonna let, I think they said that they're gonna replace Esteban for the race, because like the team had said that they were gonna punish Esteban, like, I don't know. So apparently they're not gonna let Esteban race in Canada, and they're gonna let somebody else drive for them. I don't know if that's true, but it's a possibility. Oh, also something that I found super interesting about this race was the no pit stops. So, when Checo and everything like that, when they crashed, there was a red flag immediately, and when there's a red flag, they're obligated to come into the pits, and they're supposed to wait until the, are they called marshals, or like the people who are on the side of the road, like the side of the track, they had to go and clean up the debris, and they also had to recover the cars. So, when they're doing that, teams are allowed to switch tires, and in every race, it is mandatory that each team uses two different sets of like the tire compounds. Does that make sense? So the people who started on medium, when they were under the red flag, they could change their tires to hards, and because they just did like the mandatory different compounds of tires, technically they don't have to do a pit stop, because the pit stops are to change tires, because you know your tires are like degrading, but also you have to change it to a different compound, right? So because of that, people who started on mediums and went on hards, they actually did not even have to do a pit stop, because the hards were like, using the hards, you were able to get to the end of the race without having a pit stop. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? And I don't know if I'm explaining myself correctly, but I thought that was so interesting, because like I don't know, like, it's kind of crazy to me, but I honestly feel like the race would have been a lot more chaotic and like crazy if there were pit stops. You know what I mean? Like, definitely, like, without like, because like when you do a pit stop, it's so strategic when you do it, and I don't know, it was so interesting to me watching it without pit stops. I feel like if there were pit stops, yeah, the race would be more chaotic and like have me on my edge of my seat, you know. because he's known to be aggressive, but honestly, like, I don't think, here's what I think. I feel like all the drivers are aggressive, you know, like they all get mad at some point, but I feel like with Yuki, they only broadcast when he's like, they only broadcast his messages when he's like pissed, you know what I mean? But yeah, Yuki has been doing so good, and like, honestly, like, good for him, honestly. Oh, and then, I think Williams got their first points this week, like this race, with Alex, and then I think Pierre scored his first points of the season so far, so let's applaud him for that. And then, let's see, wait, where did, Logan did not end up last. That's my American. No, but honestly, like, the way, I feel so bad for Logan sometimes. Like, have you guys seen that one, like, video of him, like, crying in his helmet in the car? It's sad, you know what I mean? And so, overall, okay, so the race had 4 DNFs. It was, oh yeah, so Esteban, after that, I don't really know what happened with Esteban's car. Like, there must have been damage when he hit Pierre from, like, the back, but, I thought that Pierre was gonna be the one that retired, because, like, this man went airborne, like, just like airborne in the way he landed back down, super aggressive. But it was actually Esteban that was that DNF'd. So it was Esteban, Checo, Nico, and Kevin that were that DNF'd at the end, and then so Joe came 16th, and then it was Logan. But yeah, also during the race, Alonso was like he was like backing up like all the cars behind him, so that what's his name? So that Lance could get like a free pit stop. And then, so basically a free pit stop is like, so a pit stop typically is like 20 seconds or a little bit more than 20 seconds. And so basically when the gap between, okay, so the gap between Lance and the gap between Fernando was over 20 seconds, Lance can pit, go into the pit, get his tires changed, and still come out ahead of Alonso, ahead of Fernando, because the gap between them was more than 20 seconds. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. And so he did that, and then he got a puncture. Oh, my mic just moved, sorry. all that work that Fernando was doing, keeping everybody behind him, gone, because Lance punctured, like he hit the wall, and his like tire was punctured, and he had to go pit again. Like, he had to go get his tires changed. Anyways, honestly, I'm so proud of. Oh my god. Okay. So, if you guys don't have Twitter, Oscar does this thing where he basically claims that every race is his home race. And on this one, he's like, I can't find like any ancestors that are from like who are Madagascar. And so Charles commented on his tweet and was like, you know, I can adopt you if needed. And so then he adopted him. And then they both got like on the podium, which was great. Honestly, congrats to Oscar. He did really well. And Carlos too. He also did really well. I'm proud of him. Also, that was like a lot of talk too. So when the red flag came out, there was talk about that Carlos was gonna have to start from the back of the grid, because he was out when the red flag came out. But actually, sorry about the background noise, but actually he was able to keep his P3 position, so he was fine.